Hi guys, and welcome to this video. So I wanted to show you a possibility of starting a journal without having to spend more than, I would say, $5 or $6. So what you're seeing right now is a journal I picked up from Burks, and it only cost me, as I showed you, about $5. It was like $6, and that's really all you need. So I'm doing a June setup in here where I have printed off just a simple June cover sheet. And we're going to set it up. I'm going to try to do a journal with me in it every week. I'm not making any promises. If you've seen my June plan with me, you'll understand that I am going through some stress. I'll explain later when I can. But it has made filming a little harder. It's a lack of motivation, to be honest. So I wanted to get this out there and just kind of walk you through what it could look like if you wanted to do a journal without having to spend $60. There was a video I watched of a girl who decided to do a traveler's notebook style journal, and she was very, very excited about it, and I was excited for her until she said I spent $60 on the leather alone. And that was just the start. Like, that's not including the notebooks or the elastic she had to get, or the garnet sword making tool. Like, there's a lot she had to do for that. And yes, it was cheaper than if she had ordered it from the viral brand or whatever, but I wanted to do this to show you that you don't need all of that. You can get a journal that's pretty cheap and inexpensive and do what you want to do with it. I love using printables in my journals, so I will probably do a printable monthly calendar for August is what I'm thinking. I want to keep this going, so I am planning on using this mostly for like a commonplace random thoughts. With my stress going up, my screen time is going up as well, so I want to give up my phone for a little bit. And if I have any questions or any thoughts or anything after I get home, I want to just put it in this journal, and then come, the next day when I wake up and I'm at work or whatever, I can look it up, kind of thing. Oh, hey, it's Anna. I'll tag her below. She did where she quit her phone for a $3 Walmart journal, and it has really inspired me. I picked this one up thinking that it might be a new book journal, which is what I was showing you at the very beginning. But it's almost too big for my book journal, in all honesty. So I won't use it that way. But I thought using it like this would be very invaluable. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to use it to plan out June videos too, I think. So you'll see in a second, I do set up like a monthly dashboard kind of thing. The same way they do in the bullet journal method, the way he does it, that's how I did it. Yeah. So that's what I'm fixing to do here. So I am going ahead and just putting in all the days of June. I do go ahead and mark weekends and my paydays in here because I wanted to set this up as if I was going to actually use it. And I'm just using a tool pen here, and I'll leave them linked below. I can't remember what exact pen it is. I know it's a 0.7 nib pen. So yeah, I'm using one in orange and one in pink, and you can't really tell. And I've got to figure out the brightness because when I'm filming, it looks like it's not bright enough. But then when I put it in my editing software, it's too bright. I will figure it out. I promise. But you can't really tell. But I am adding in all the numbers, and then I just do a little highlight. Put this month. And then I use my gold to write this month And I also use my gold dot pen to do the weekends, I believe. It's been about a week since I filmed this, so give me just a second. Oh, I don't do it on camera. Okay, so the other thing I'm adding is a note spread, a notes section. So I'm taking the other print off I had made for my June Plan With Me. Again, if you've seen the June Plan With Me, you've seen these. The June brain just stopped working, I promise. My June Plan With Me, I use this for my self-care spread, but here I'm using it as my notes. So I added in the note spread here, and I'm just going to write my notes on top of this hot air balloon. I think it'd be a really cool background for it. It's going to be wonderful. I'm excited to do that. Then, brain, I'm going to add a little tag that says notes. That way it honestly just is a brained up kind of spread. It's something that a lot of bullet journal and journals use, and so adding it here seemed to be perfect. So here I am using washi tape and all that kind of stuff. Washi tape will run you. If you just want to get like one roll, you can get a roll, usually only for like $2 or $3. The ones I'm using here were in a set that I think I got from Walmart. Don't quote me on that, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I got them from Walmart back in the day. So that could be brain just stopped working. So they weren't very expensive at all. I think the whole set cost me like $5. So each roll would have cost me like $1. So still staying within that budget of less than $10. In this, you could write to-do list in it. You could just scribble in it. You could do all the things that you can do in a traveler's notebook. You can do in this. The size is a little bit bigger than a traveler's, wider actually, and you don't have multiple books. I will say that. If that's something you're interested in, I highly recommend looking into the traveler's system, because that is really cool. But in a journal like this, you could just break it off and add in different dividers, and once you add different dividers, you're kind of good to go. I'm sorry, 3 things at once is not good for my brain. Once you add in different dividers, then you could add in the different information. How I like to do it in some of my other mini journals I have that I carry everywhere with me. I have one that's literally like the size of my hand, and I love it for just like brain dumping things, especially when I don't have much time in between things. It's wonderful. I use washi tape on the edges of the pages so that I can just kind of know what I'm looking for. And each washi tape has its own meaning and its own meaning and its own everything. So like in that situation, I have one that means self upgrade is what I'm gonna say. It's not what I'm looking for. Self growth. I have one that is routines thoughts, because routines is something I've been thinking a lot about. One is research. Another is just random subjects that I have looked up that I want to keep track of, kind of thing. So yeah, that is one way to do it. I know that Megan Rhiannon, I want to say is how you say her last name. I could be saying that wrong. She used to do Attic Archives. Now she does like life check-ins, or like still alive kind of thing on YouTube. She's wonderful. She's where I learned from commonplacing from in the first place. She's the first time I ever heard that term. And she uses dot stickers, like the ones you use if you're having a garage sale to mark different prices and stuff. She uses those. And that's how she differentiates what each entry is, which is really, really cool. So there are cheap and innovative ways to do this if you really want to. The last page I'm going to set up on camera for you is going to be my June 1st. So go ahead and set that page up. And as you can see here, what I'm reading is actually notes about this video. The notes that I wrote out of what I wanted to talk about when I did this voiceover. Ironically enough, I don't have them in front of me, but I did that. I made those notes so that I could refer to them and y'all would have them. And so yeah, I really, really enjoy having just a random notebook to put thoughts in. And if you're looking to start a bullet journal, that's where I would start at. I would even look at the Dollar Tree is one of my favorite places to go look because they have some very, very inexpensive notebooks that if you pick one up and realize analog is not for you, writing things down by hand is just not for you. You don't think about checking in with it, all that kind of stuff, then you wasted what, $1.25? It's better than going through the process that this one young lady did, which more kudos to her. She stained leather, she did all of that. I am very, very impressed with the work she put in. But I would hate to put all that work in and then I find out that I don't like it. I hate it. I don't like filling it in. It's not something that brings me joy. And then I've wasted all this money on a journal that I don't use, So yeah, that's my mini rant. I'm just adding stickers from the same sticker pack that I had for my June playing with me. I kept them all. I kept it all the same because I wanted to be able to show you what it would really look like if I was going to set us up for my June playing with me. Now, as I said, I'm adding in my paydays right now. And literally setting it up as if I was going to use it for myself. And then I do have a weekly playing with me coming out on Monday. This video should come out. I think this video is going to come out on Sunday because I have a lot backed up. So my playing with me will be out on Friday. This will be on Sunday. The next playing with me, which will be Monday, for my weekly, you will see me start to update this because it will be the 2nd of June. That Monday will be 2nd, so Sunday is the 1st. So you will see me update it, and yeah, we'll see where I get to. I currently haven't picked it back up again just because I have been really stressed out and playing in a journal is not something I've had time for. I'm going to make time for it this weekend. I'm filming this voiceover on Friday. So I'm going to make time for it this weekend. And that way I know what I'm doing kind of thing. So yeah, I hope you'll enjoy this video and I'll catch you on my next one. Bye guys.